Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. The first message that I'm going to be sharing with you, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash, how are you? Please, I beg you, can you come and take this woman that you gave to me? Please, I am begging you. I do not want her anymore. To you, my brothers, listen very carefully. If you are going to be listening to my story, never trust these women. These women these days, they would rather lie to you. These women, when you see them online, you will think that what you see is what you are going to get. I thought that I was going to get my own destiny etikom from Nigeria, but oh my God, what I got, I could not even believe it. Do you remember, Brother Nashi? It was this year, it began this year in February, when I came to you, when you posted my story, when I told you that you were supposed to look for a partner for me because I wanted a woman, a good Zimbabwean woman that I could settle down with, one who was locally based here in South Africa. And indeed, you posted my story, and in no time, you told me that there were some women that were serious, that wanted to have a conversation with me, and you gave me the phone numbers of the women that were coming because they were interested in my story. And I said to you, these women, they are too much now. At least they should all send their pictures so that I can choose from amongst them, so that I can make one decision. And indeed, all of those women, they did send me their pictures, but one stood out. Her name was Melody. Melody is her real name. She had that kind of a picture that could make any man to fall in love with her. When I looked at her, I saw that this was Instagram model quality. Her skin was so smooth, and I loved the way that she had a very big nyash, and she looked more like Destiny Etiko. Little did I know that she was not even like that. She used what they call photo lab to increase her behind, and this is very bad. Why would a woman want to increase her behind when she does not have anything? I fell in love and I deleted the phone numbers, those other ones of the other women that you had given to me, and I said, Melody, my Melo, you are the one that is going to be mine. Instantly, when we started talking, we clicked, and I liked it when she started to send me love emojis, and I was like, hey, beautiful, I love you, my Melody. Each and every day, she would send me beautiful pictures. She told me that she was working as a maid, and I am a hustler. At work, I would make sure that I take my earphones, and she would be working whilst we were busy talking to each other. I did not even know that the woman that I was fantasizing about, that was not the woman that I was going to get. What surprised me was that even though she was very sweet, but each and every time when I would say, Melody, Melo, can you come and visit me in Joburg? I am willing to sponsor the trip. You can travel from Cape Town. You can come and see your man, and you can return back to Cape Town since you are very serious about work. But Melody, she always had an excuse, and after giving you an excuse, she'll start to send you pictures to heal your heart. And I started to post him on my WhatsApp. I always had her on my profile picture. I liked the way that she spoke with me, but what I later realized was that it was all a lie. I fell in love with the wrong woman, and I thought that I was finally going to get a woman with a very big, beautiful behind. I did not even know that these were balloon filters from Photolab that she would insert herself into, making her to look as if she has a very big behind. We kept on planning, but she always had excuses. April, we planned. Babe, can we meet? May, we planned. Babe, can we meet? When we finally met, I could not even believe it. We had planned to meet several times, but something always came up. She said she was too busy with work, visiting her auntie, helping this and that, and I was patient because she told me that good things take time. And I said, when you are dating such a beautiful woman, you need to wait for her. Indeed, as she told me that good things take time, I was willing to wait for this woman. Last week, that was the day of the truth. Last week, we finally agreed to meet. I said to her, Melo, we have been talking to each other for a very long time. It seems as if you are never going to come to Johannesburg. Cape Town is for you. Let me move on with my painful life. Since you do not want to be involved in real life, I am tired, because this is what we used to do, me and her. Late at night, we will have those naughty video chats where we would please each other. But as a man, I said, this is just too much. I cannot do this anymore. And then that was when she agreed to come to me, when I had said that it is far much better that we break up. You block me, I block you. She said, I am coming. Send me money. I ran and I did send her the money. She got onto the bus. That very same night, I did not sleep. Dear brothers, I cleaned my room because I was expecting this beautiful woman to grace me with her beautiful body. But what I saw, I can never forget. The next morning, I went and I waited for my beautiful queen. I arrived so early in the morning, waiting for the bus, and she said she was there. 10 minutes later, I was seated down. When my phone rang, I immediately jumped up from where I was seated because I said, she is here. Oh God, she is here. Indeed, it was her. She said, I am here, babe. I am wearing a red dress. That was when I turned around, and my life has never been the same. I realized that I had been lied to. First of all, when I looked, I kept on looking, for I could not see my woman, the one that I had imagined. I could not even recognize him, because in the pictures, she was always this beautiful, light-skinned black woman with all of those massive curves. But when I looked at this woman, she was a tiny, tiny woman. So I thought that maybe she was still somewhere, but this was the real shock. When I looked at her body, my brother, the nyash that I had been praising for months, that I had been fantasizing about the things that I wanted to do to that nyash, it was all gone. But the real shock came when I looked at her body, because when she was walking towards me, I said, okay, maybe there is a mistake, but maybe if I look at her from another angle, since her big nyash will be hiding behind her, I am going to see it. My brother, the nyash that I had been praising for months and months, I had even saved her as the photo on my wallpaper. The nyash was gone. It was MIA, missing in action. In fact, I suspect that this girl, she is just a scammer. I nearly fell over. I sat down and I said, blood of Jesus, in Nigerian accent, but I was talking to myself, what have I done? What have I done? Now this girl is stuck with me. She came to where I was. I did not even have the strength to get off from my feet. I was not pleased with what I was looking at. It was terrible. With the high standards that she had set and what I was looking at, it was not nice. She handed me her handbag and she gave me a traveling bag and she said, let us go home. When we finally arrived in the location where I stay, that was when I sat with her down and I said, but you look so different from the pictures that you sent to me. That was when she laughed as if it is not even a serious matter. And she said to me, those were the pictures that I used Photolab, editing them in Photolab. So I feel as if it is a scam. I want this woman gone, but she wants money. She says, since you say that you want me to return back to Cape Town, give me money so that I can go back to Zim first, and when I return back from Zim, I'll go straight to Cape Town. But you cannot expect me to return back to Cape Town because I expected that I was going to become your wife. Please give me advice. I think of running away. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother, who is saying that he feels as if this woman used witchcraft, and she used filters as a form of witchcraft on him, and he fell in love with the wrong woman. Now he wants advice. What is he supposed to do with this woman that he is stuck with? Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Then the message that I want to share with you, it was sent to me by one of our listener who says that he stays in Mutare. He's a traditional healer. The message that he sent to me reads like this: I want to talk to you about slay queens and their connection to the marine kingdom. I am a traditional healer. I have witnessed a lot of stuff that have happened. I have also consulted with the spirits that stays in the forbidden rivers, and I want to tell you everything that happens. Some of you will say that, how can you talk about God yet you are a traditional healer? But I want those that have ears to listen so that they can know the truth about the marine spirits, and so that they can understand these women that you call slay queens. I became a traditional healer from a very young age because my grandfather used to be a traditional healer. There was a man that came in 2007. At that time, my grandmother and my grandfather, they had already passed away, and I was the one that was continuing with the business. People would come and consult with me. There was a businessman that came from Chitungeza. He came to me saying that his life was falling apart. His trucks had broken down one after the other. His wife had left him, and he could no longer function as a man, if you know what I mean. He confessed to me that he had met a girl. She was a very young, beautiful, and she was always dressed in expensive wigs and clothes. She was not a prostitute like the ones that you know. She did not charge him as such, but he had spent thousands of US dollars on her in a space of 2 months, and you could not understand how all of a sudden you could rather let his trucks run with no service, yet he was giving all the money that he was getting from the loads to give to this young beautiful woman. When she left, she took his luck with him, and I assisted that man. And this made me to realize one thing: these women, when I was looking into the spiritual realm, what I saw, it shocked me. This girl was still very young. I think she was somewhere around 20. But what I saw in the spiritual realm, it was truly terrifying. I was even afraid to confront her because she was surrounded by these strong marine spirits, these water spirits. They were the ones that were guiding her, and they were the ones that had brought this man to him so that she can give this man bad luck. And she had the markings of Njuzum, a marine spirit, a water spirit that resides in the river. Let me explain something that many do not know. In our own spirituality, especially here in Zim, there are spirits that live in the water, in the rivers, in the lakes. Some of them, they come from the oceans, and we call them Njuzum. Most of you know them as marine spirits. They are those that rule over beauty, seducing men, and they bring wealth to those that have the marine spirits, and they love sex like no man's business. So when a woman is connected to them, sometimes knowingly through rituals, like women that do come these days because they want these marine spirits, and we sell these marine spirits to them. In short, a marine spirit is the spirit of a person that would have died in the water, drowning, or taken by a crocodile or an accident, thereby perishing in the rivers, they will end up becoming a marine spirits. Some of these women, they do not even know that they are part of the marine kingdom, because they are let into the marine kingdom through bloodline covenants. So these women that are part of the marine kingdom, they become an altar. Their bodies, they are the altars of those marine spirits. A slay queen, her body is not hers. Her body belongs to the spirits that live in the water. When a man sleeps with her, the sperm of that man is taken as a sacrifice into the spiritual kingdom. The man may think that he is just having fun, but in the spiritual realm that us can see, he will be signing a sexual love covenant. This covenant will bind his destiny, his wealth, his health to a marine spirit. That is why you see a man's business will collapse, his marriage will break, sometimes his manhood will stop working after sleeping with such a woman. The marine spirit is jealous. The marine spirit cannot be satisfied by one man, but it is greedy. It demands multiple sacrifices. That is why a slay queen with a marine spirit cannot be satisfied with one man, because of the spirit that resides in him. The marine spirit, even though it is jealousy, but it is also greedy. It demands multiple sacrifices. That is why a slay queen with a marine spirit cannot be satisfied with one man. Even if she marries, she will continue taking other lovers. She will justify it in her mind. She will say, my husband does not give me enough money. I need variety. Men do cheat as well. So what will stop me from cheating? But the truth is that the spirit that resides inside of her will need fresh seed from many men. This is why some of these women find themselves in situations where they have been with rich men, poor men, married men, even pastors without shame. Some of you have heard of stories of people that have drowned in the rivers. And let me tell you something that you do not know. Those people that die in the rivers, we call their spirits. Even in the oceans, we doom summon their spirits, especially if that person died of an accident. And when we speak with that spirit, the spirit will come, because the spirit of a person that has died in the rivers might not find its way back to where it is supposed to return back to. So they keep on moving with the waters, and when we do a ritual, they will return back as quickly as possible once they are called. And we make a sacrifice, slaughter a chicken or a goat, and we can sell that spirit to some of these women who want to have marine spirits, because when you have a marine spirit, money will follow you. And not each and every slay queen with a marine spirit joins because they want to be part of a marine kingdom. Some are born into the families where the grandmother, even herself, she had the marine spirits which she bought. Others are initiated as children. Some are initiated by the men that they will be dating. So later in life, all of a sudden, she starts to be naughty, going to clubs, and you can't even control this slay queen. No matter how much money you can give to her, does not matter how rich you are, because of the spirit that controls her. You can give her the whole world, but she will always want to go to a club. She will always want to sleep with different men, even for no reason at all. Even if a man buys her a bottle of alcohol, she will be grateful so much that she will open her legs for that man. It is because the seed of that man is what the marine spirit will be demanding. And this is what happens to men that have slept with marine spirit women. You start to see financial losses in your life. Deals always fail. Money disappear. You end up in debt so much that you do not even know how to climb out of that debt cycle. Weakness in your manhood. You lose the desire for your wife. You can't perform. You start to masturbate. You enjoy watching pornographic material, strange dreams of being in the water, sleeping with beautiful women, and you start to isolate and you live in isolation. Every friend now becomes your enemy. You quarrel with everyone for no reason because the marine spirit does not want you to have friends, just in case if you tell people what you are going through. Addiction to that woman. You become so addicted to a slay queen, even though you know that this woman, she sleeps with anyone, even if she treats you bad, even if she cheats on you, you can't stop going back to that woman. These women, they move with demons, and any man will fall for them easily. They walk into a club with nothing and they live in a Range Rover. You think that it is normal. They post one picture on social media and they receive mobile money from strangers. A man just sending a woman simply because they have put a beautiful picture of themselves on social media. You go to her inbox, all of a sudden she asks for money, you send her money, and you think that it is normal. It is not just beauty, it is the attraction of the marine spirits. The marine spirits make them to glow, makes men's heart soften, makes even pastors to fall for these women. But once you fall for that woman, the price that you are going to pay is very heavy. For the man, it is his seed, his destiny. For the woman, it is all about going on vacations. But what she does not know is that she would be serving the marine kingdom. In the spiritual world, sex is not about pleasure, but sex means a lot of things. Altars, covenants, your destiny being stolen, your glory. When you sleep with someone, I am a traditional healer, but listen to me. He who has ears must listen to me. When you sleep with someone, you create a covenant. Does not matter if it is your wife, if it is your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband. The moment that you sleep with someone, you have created a love covenant. That is why in our tradition, when you take someone's daughter, it does not matter whether you have married her. We say she is not your girlfriend, she is your wife, because you have already created a covenant in the spiritual realm. And that is why there are rituals after marriage to seal the union. And that is why adultery will lead to bad luck. If you are in business, stay away from adulterous relationships, and you will see that your life will start to move in the right direction. If you are looking for a job, how about you stop sleeping with other women or other men because you do not know where that person has been to. Stick to one partner. Slowly but surely, you will see that your life will start to transform, because bad luck is shared during sexual intercourse. Also, good luck is shared through sexual intercourse. When you sleep with someone who has been blessed by God, you are also automatically blessed. When you sleep with a person that has a curse that has been following them, then you also share from that very same curse. Or if you sleep with a person that has a curse or a covenant with another person, you also share from that curse. When a man lies with a marine spirit woman, the covenant is between her and the spirit. So it means that you are caught up in that love triangle with a spiritual being that cares not for you. The spirit will take the seed into the water, using it to build wealth for those that come to buy these marine spirits. The man is left weak and cursed. Some men, they die without getting what the devil would have stolen from them. They lose everything. Some even wander for years in poverty, in confusion, never knowing that their downfall began when they slept with that beautiful woman that they picked up. I helped another pastor from Queenwho who could not even see visions anymore. I told him that how can you see visions when you have been sleeping with each and every woman in your church? He confessed to me that indeed he was sleeping with women in his church, and it all started with this other woman. When she started to come to his church, he looked at her and he saw as if she was naked, and he started to lust after her. I have so many stories that I can share with you, but you need to make sure that these women that are called slay queens, you understand them, you do not judge them. Slay queens, they are a vessel of something that they do not even know. They serve a devil that they do not even understand. Speak to any traditional healer with experience of the marine kingdom. He or she will tell you more. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our brother. They, quite an old man who is a traditional healer, who said that he wanted to talk about marine spirits. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about this in the comment section. Are you a slay queen? Do you believe that you serve the marine spirits?